read Feeling Desperate. I asked Alexandra if she would meet with me to share any clues or cues from the spiritual world. Alexandra graciously agreed. During a break in the retreat schedule, I went into her very simple lodge bedroom. 2 twin beds with white sheets and a beige folded blanket at the end of each bed, a mirror, a dresser, and a big window overlooking the woods. She sat on one bed, I sat on the other. Alexandra looked out the window, said the Lord's Prayer, and then waited. After a few moments, the Spirit took over. Alexandra correctly predicted where I would land in a tenure-track position. Then she added, "Write a book in your own voice. Don't wait." But wait I did. In the intervening years, I published scholarly articles and edited 2 books, but I did not follow these spiritual instructions. Until now. It took me a while to muster the courage to write an academic book that is so personal. Usually scholars try to take themselves out of their research and publications, allowing the evidence to steer the course of discovery and guide the production of knowledge. Of course, no one is ever entirely neutral, and the questions we ask determine the direction the research will take. However, academics rarely incorporate their own hopes and heartaches into their writing. I don't often find my colleagues writing books that divulge information about falling in love with their spouse, or their challenges in raising children, or huge financial setbacks, or tragic deaths in their families, as I do here. I share such personal matters because this book is about the Bible, and the grit, grime, and gains of life are central to biblical stories. Also, as you see how I relate the Bible to my life, I hope you will ponder how it connects to yours. The close interweaving of personal stories and research scholarship makes this book unlike any other on feminist interpretation of the Bible that I have read, and I've read lots. Instead of another book that primarily revisits texts focused on women characters, I seek to offer a fresh contribution to feminist biblical scholarship. Feminism and the Bible both know that there is power in telling our stories. Indeed, that power of honest storytelling is the core of the Bible's impressive ability to stay relevant to our lives. While incorporating one's life stories is unusual in scholarly books, this approach is inherently biblical. Not only does the Bible share personal stories about the people in its pages, but it also comes from a world where storytelling was vital, and Western academic scholarship was non-existent. So much of what we read in biblical scholarship comes from traditional, read male-centered, Eurocentric interpretations. Yet this lens is only one of many possible approaches. Still, the post-Enlightenment legacy that privileges rationality is strong. Indeed, modern academics are schooled to spurn claims that are not scientifically proven and backed with lots of evidence. Yet there is irony in bringing only this approach to biblical studies and its ancient world, where our modern concepts of science and rationality are essentially irrelevant. How can we trust the Bible if we do so only based on logic? A sea parts in 2 so slaves can become free? A dead prophet is brought back to life and lives eternally with God? Those who limit their acceptable concepts to objective reality have no choice but to scoff at such stories. But those with faith or imagination or both still believe in the mysterious truths of the biblical story. As you do when you read the Bible, I invite you to listen to this book with both head and heart.